Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. We all have a reason to love Mondays. We're back. See you soon.
Hello? Anyone there? You waiting? Is anyone waiting? Belle? There's some people waiting here.
Hi.
Hello? Anyone there? Hang on a second, what's this? There is a duck race later on.
I hate that duck. Now the favourite person of the show is here.
Say hello, cooks. Say hello.
Because we all know that's what people come for, don't they? They don't come to see us. They come to see the dog.
I think we need to go and get ready. So see you in a minute.
Bye!
Hello! How cringe was that? That was cringy, wasn't it? I said to her, Belle, you've got to do the intro. And that's what she came up with.
That's what my tiny brain came up with in like a half a second. Only it didn't work because I was singing We Ate Mondays, but we don't eat Mondays because we're on. Well, we do
Okay.
eat Mondays because it just means another weekend has gone by, doesn't it?
True. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Car Boot Chris. This is Bargain Belle, my wife. Just in case you didn't know, some new people might not have known that fact.
I'm just some random person who sits there with him on a Monday night.
You could be girlfriend or something, but you are wife. What are you doing, trumpet?
No.
Yeah, welcome back. I'm a full-time reseller. Belle doesn't do reselling. Belle just helps me occasionally with reselling.
It used to be Belle helps me out a lot, and now it's like Belle
Doesn't do
now and again
anything.
she chips in.
Now and again she'll come to a boot sale with me, and that's about it.
Yeah, no, I pretty much do the odd repair.
But she knows about reselling.
It's
She
hard not
stays
to.
in touch with what's going on with reselling. I talk to her a lot about eBay and stuff that's going on. So yeah,
always bouncing your ideas off me, aren't you?
So yeah, she does know a lot, and she could quite easily be a reseller, I think, if she wanted to.
Be a reseller. Do you know why, guys? Because I see how hard it is. I don't want to do it.
It is. Lots to talk about in today's show. The main subject is, have you ever thought of quitting reselling? I think I probably know the answer to that, but we'll talk about it later. So hold that thought. We'll come back to it later.
Does this mean we're doing the cycle again? Is that why you've come up with the subject? Are we doing the cycle of
Cycle?
Your cycle?
My cycle.
Of is it worth it? Do you need another job?
I never said that. I never said that. It's just a question I'm asking people. I want to know your opinions, but don't give it now because it'll be lost. Give your opinions a little bit later on. If you've already put some in, bring it back a bit later. We've got sale of the week. We've got pickup of the week. We've got comment of the week. We've got some thank yous to do. This is heavy. The duck race and a new feature that's coming to the channel. I was hoping it was going to be tonight. It's not going to be tonight, but it's the Cookie and the Hayden's hotline. We can't say any more about it until we are ready, but it was going to be ready tonight, but we've got a slight problem, which means it's probably going to be a few more days, or it'll be next Monday when we talk about it.
That means I'm not allowed to talk at all tonight, because if anybody knows me, that will slip out at some point without me realising. Because I can't keep a secret.
No. And eBay's latest change. It's a big one. It's a big change. And it's not the EU stuff that we've all been talking about. The biggest change of the year on eBay coming up. Anyway, Belle's going to say hello to as many people as possible in the allotted 2 minutes time. Get your hellos in the chat now.
I did it last time. I did it in like a minute last week.
Yeah, it was all done and dusted. I might reduce it to a minute, to be honest with you, because it was done and dusted in no time. So, where are we? Here we go. Are you ready, dear? Are you ready to start your hellos? Come on, everybody. Get your hellos in. Get your comments in. Belle's going to shout everybody out. We're off.
I'm off. So the first one on mine is James D. Then we've got Paul Rose, Elaine Parks, Helen, Deborah Nardone, The Monkey Thrifter, Once Loved Treasures, Geordie Reseller, Karen Evans, Kevin Hawthorne, Limelight Vinty, Pat Walker, Jeff Davis, The Dave, See What You Buy, Jason Rusbridge, Andy Incognito, Reselling Thing, Rosie Marsden, Chris Tyler, Raven Bazaar, Retro Hawk, Emsden UK, Money Mental, Nefinity, Drink and Dive Dumpster Drivers, Bills and Moon, George's Treasure Shed, Flipper Lee, Les Wilkins, Guaz, Flipping L, Life in the First Lane, Shabba. Who else have I got? Mike Hughes, Rosie Marsden, ABL Reselling, Scrap Assassin, Retro Electronic Repair, Tam and Bell Resells, Hillary Rhodes, Kimmy Kitty, Lynn Jeffries, and I'm back at the bottom. Woohoo!
Okay, well done. Have we even got music?
I have no idea. Can't hear it on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Dan's joined us as well, just right at the bottom down there.
Welcome, everybody. I appreciate your being here tonight. It's Monday again.
Can I say hello to, especially big hello to Drink and Dive and Scrap Assassin, which is Alvin's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they've been off for a little while because they've been really, really busy with their private life. So
lazy.
It's good to see you back. Thank you for joining us.
Just nice damn right lazy, aren't they?
Hope everything's going okay. Monumental, yeah. Vote Monumental. All we need is a shout out. Boom. Yeah, Andrew's been nominated with eBay for an award. So if you haven't seen it on Facebook...
You mean he nominated himself?
Probably. But if you haven't seen it on Facebook, is there any way of putting a link in here, Andrew, to try and get people to vote for you?
Yeah, if you want to drop a link, you can do. I don't mind. That's fine. You can drop your link.
Yeah, but we do sort of, urge people to go and vote for Andrew if they can get hold of the link, because he does do a fantastic job combining the reselling world with mental health. He helps a lot of people in that Facebook group that he has running. So yeah, vote for Andrew.
Paul Rose says, I'm still working. Haven't listed the clown yet. We'll let you know when I do.
What clown? What are you talking about?
Nothing, babe.
Haven't listed the clown yet, but we'll send you the link when I do. Maybe tomorrow. What clown are you after? What clown's he after, Paul? What are you doing? Why is he being shifty?
Can't say any more, babe.
Don't do clowns in this house. Don't like them. James D said, good evening, everyone. Monday again. I know. How many Mondays do we have in a week? Feels like loads. eBay and EU rules don't make things easy at times, but I won't be quitting reselling yet. Is anyone thinking of getting a real job?
Oh, we'll talk about that in a bit. Hold that thought. Come back to it later. Put a pin in it and we'll come back to it.
Everyone keeps saying, how is it Monday already? I know.
Everyone says this every single week, don't we?
So
we always say it. I mean, if the show was on a Wednesday, we'd say, oh, isn't it Wednesday?
Oh my God, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, oh my God. Isn't it Friday? Yeah, oh my God.
Deborah said, an apparition appeared in Cornwall today. The sun came out. I know, we've had the same one.
I know, we had the same sun. What?
We've had the same sun. Woohoo!
No way. ABL Dave says, vote Andrew so he can swap his defective fireworks out for new ones.
What?
I don't get that.
What?
Have we missed something there, Dave? What have we missed? Or have I missed a joke? Or is it the boom? Is it the boom joke?
Limelight says they can't quit yet. They enjoy it too much. That's good to know. Money Metal says, greeting current nominee for eBay for Business Care in the Community Award. So that's the one. I couldn't actually remember what your award was, but there you go. It's for eBay Business Care in the Community. That makes it sound like you look after old people. It
sounds like you either look after like old people or you're being looked after by somebody. Andrew is going to win the Care in the Community Award.
Hopefully you do anyway. We're rooting for you.
How is it August next week? I know summer's basically going to be over very soon, isn't it? And before it's even started.
It did make me laugh because it applied to me. I saw a meme on Facebook where it said, we're just hitting the end of July and people are getting excited about Halloween. I am one of them people. I'm one of them people. I'm like, yay, summer's over.
Would you be excited about clowns?
No.
Okay. Why are you excited about Halloween then?
Because I just love Halloween.
But clowns are part of Halloween.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Horror films have clowns in.
Yeah.
And Halloween is about horror.
Evil clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like evil clowns. Why?
No, it's all right.
You're worrying me now.
Paul said he refuses to answer on the grounds that it may incriminate. Don't forget customer confidentiality, Paul. That's the most important thing.
You can fall out with people, Paul. You know that. I'm suspicious now of what you're up to. Oh, I've lost my chat. My chat moved.
Andy said, would you like a 5-foot skeleton?
Yeah. I'd have a 5-foot
skeleton. It's all right to have a skeleton, but not a clown.
Skeletons are evil. Evil clowns kill you.
There you go. Flipping out says the pumpkin spice lattes will be back out again soon.
They will that. Well, I was well chuffed because Greg's, up until a few weeks ago, were still selling cinnamon flavoured lattes. And that was kind of like almost pumpkin spice. So that was good. Oh, pumpkin spice.
What about a 5-foot Pennywise? That would be good, wouldn't it?
No. Don't even think about it.
Have you got one?
That is not coming in my house. Not coming in. Not at all. Dave says, hello, I was in Rill over the weekend. Just back today, went everywhere knackered. Well, why didn't you come and say hello to the Dave? The Dave.
The Dave?
The Dave was in Rill and he didn't come and say hello.
Why didn't you give us a shout? You could have stopped for a brew at least.
Disgraceful. We had a house full yesterday. You could have come and had a buffet with us.
That would not have been fun for you.
It'd give you something to do.
That would not have been fun.
Somebody said, is there any birthdays? Well, there's 2 birthdays that I'll shout out. Not that they'll ever be watching, but it was my brother's birthday on Friday. My big brother. So happy birthday, Phil. And
who's not there?
And today is my future daughter-in-law's birthday.
And she don't watch.
So happy birthday, Keris. And did you see what Kieran put on the post? This is the last birthday she'll celebrate as an Oaks because she'll be married by this time next year.
Yeah.
I know. Scary.
Big one.
I'll be officially a mother-in-law. All these things that make me sound old. Mother-in-law. You've got to be old to be a mother-in-law, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you play father-in-law too.
Will I?
Yeah. Will you? Of course you will.
Oh, hang on, what's that? Shabba says, I had a strawberry pink chai for breakfast yesterday. It was very nice. I'm off the chais at the minute, Shabba.
Is that tea chai?
Yeah.
Or coffee chai?
Oh, I'm assuming it's tea.
Tea chai.
Because that's what I associate a chai latte to be.
But they do dirty chai.
They do, yeah, they do coffee chais. But I'm off the chais completely because I'm on like low sugar. I'm trying to do 0 sugar, like low carb.
That's only because he stuffed his face yesterday.
Yeah, we had a cheat weekend, but today I've had nothing, and that's what it's going to be for the rest of the week. I need to detox because yesterday was mental.
This is the person who literally was going, if you hear me in the kitchen, send me away. Don't let me eat.
I don't know about you lot, right? Especially you guys and girls that work at home. I have this habit of doing a bit of work, and then I go wandering. I go for a wander through the kitchen cupboards looking for drinks, food, biscuits. And when you're on a diet or when you're trying to eat differently, it's not a diet. When we're trying to eat differently at the moment, it's really hard because everything I want to eat is
not there.
Biscuits,
chocolate,
sweets.
But we don't have any, but
there's none. There's none in the house.
We did a buffet yesterday for my future daughter-in-law's birthday, and I literally packed everything that was left over into bags and made them take it with them. There's nothing in the house left from the buffet food that we bought, because when we have cheat days, that's what we do. It's on that day, and if there's anything left over, it gets binned or given away. It's not one of these where, because or else we'd have been nibbling on that like all week, wouldn't we? Or else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it's if we have it like Belle says, if we do have a cheat day, it's that day and that's it, and nothing rolls over to the next day. ABL says I'm supposed to be editing a video, but to be honest, I don't think I'll ever top the one that Chris is in. So I'm not bothered. You've not seen that, have you, babe? I'm in one of Dave's videos.
Are you?
Yeah. Along with who else was in it? Chaddy Pete, Nick was in it. Who else? Someone else.
I'll have to have a look at that. Jeff says here, the most important thing concerning your wife and your girlfriend, they should never meet.
What?
Your wife and your girlfriend should never meet.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I've just had a sale, by the way, a live sale. I don't often get live sales for some reason. Let me have a look what that is.
Ooh, Mike Hughes is in Devon, evening from sunny Devon.
Anyone want to? Let's play a game that Andrew plays. Guess the sales. So don't go on to my solds.
That's cheating.
I've sold a Reebok Cincinnati Bengals jersey. How much do you reckon it sold for? And there's no prizes. It's just the prestige of getting it right. You'll get a gold star from me. Give me a number. What do you reckon it sold for? A Reebok Cincinnati Bengals jersey, XL, Carson Palmer. I know they said Carlton Palmer on the back then. Number 9. Give me a number. No cheating. Just have a guess. Give me a number.
Andrew's put his link in, by the way.
Okay,
a bit higher up the chat, but Andrew's got his link in if anybody wants to go and
put your link in to go vote for Andrew. Give him a vote.
Life in the first one says sod the birthday. She wants the oh-no's. I don't think there is an oh-no.
I think also on the note of voting, Tommy Trades is also in another category.
Yes, he is.
If you want to vote for Tommy Trades, that was a bit unfair of me not to say that. So Tommy Trades as well is in a category further down from the community one.
Yeah, George has just said that. He's in the startup category.
That's it. Vote Tommy Trades as well. So you can do Money Mental, Tommy Trades. I'm not sure. Is there any others in the different categories?
I don't think I recognised any of the others in any of the other categories.
Limelight Vinci said, I'm the same, Chris, always venturing into the kitchen. I know, I go for a wander. Constantly go for a wander. SB Reselling says, I enjoy cooking and post some of my meals on my Instagram if you want some ideas of new, easy, cheap dinners.
Yep, definitely have a look at that. The problem Chris has got, though, he says to me, keep an eye on me going in the kitchen. We have nothing in the kitchen because there's nothing in the kitchen other than the healthy food, which is, I don't know why he wanders into there. But he's at the bottom of the stairs to the attic and where his whatnot sweets are. So I wouldn't know if he went up there for them.
Shabba says, glad Belle is your wife and not mine. I would be a 6-foot skeleton by the time of it.
Is he making it out that this is my version of eat it? Oh, hello. This is a joint venture.
It is because I wanted to not lose weight, but eat healthily, because we
feel better when we do.
Feel so much better. Like today, feel so much better today for not eating any sugar whatsoever or any carbs. Yesterday was just, just felt ill.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Here's some guesses coming in. Chris Tyler, $59.99, $32.99. A few guesses coming in. Nobody's even close at the moment. No one's close. You've done the wrong game. Well, it's my version of the game. Doesn't matter, does it? Barbara the Alien's gone £6.50, $69.99, $89.99. Wow. 78. Lots of different guesses coming in. Nobody's really close to it, to be honest. I'm just trying to see if anyone's got remotely close.
There's a lot of variations there. I was up 48,500
rupees. 5 camels. Who got closest? The answer was £19.54. I must have sent some offers out earlier today and someone took that. £19.54. Reebok Cincinnati Bengals jersey. So £19.54. Who got closest to that? I'm not sure. But there wasn't that many that was close to it. Probably like $29.99 or something was closest.
Oh, the Bar Humbugs joined us. Life in the First Lane. I wish Christmas was the same as Halloween and just one night and it's done. Well, you haven't been to my house because Halloween is not one night. 1st of October, all the Halloween decorations go up and they stay up for the whole of October. So it's not one night.
George, let's see what my income is today on eBay, because let's have a look. Today's eBay is £157.52p, and I don't think that includes that sale that's just gone through, because I'm pretty sure it was on that before. So I don't think it includes that one yet. It might pop up a little bit. 157.52. That's probably like an, fairly average day. Maybe a little bit below average.
You see, Lamlight said people can come and visit and autograph your decking. You'd have a heart attack if they autograph your decking.
No.
We've been quite enjoying that decking in the nice weather.
Yeah.
Phil Higginson's here. Reselling thing says Phil had a birthday yesterday. Phil who?
Oh, Phil did. Phil Higginson.
Phil Higginson.
Yeah. Oh, let's do Andrew. We already did Andrew's last week in his absence. So we did yours last week, Andrew. That's how good we are.
Shall we do it again?
We wished you a happy birthday. This will
clearly means he didn't watch it back.
Yeah, he don't watch. He's not dedicated like most of our supporters. Let's do this in honor of Phil and Andrew.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Andrew
says, how can you do mine before it happens? Because we do it.
It's better to do it before than after.
Yeah.
Yeah, after it's too late. Before, at least it's coming up.
The Dave said, sorry, was down in Mid Wales. Definitely next time. Yes. Make sure if you're around this way, give us a knock.
Lazy Jane's got a point. She said, I cut sugar out a long time ago. Now, if I eat a bag of sweets, I have to go and lay down. It gives me the shakes. Yeah, I understand that totally.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, Flippily says Nero can do cinnamon syrup all year round. Problem is, I'm not sure we've got any Neros round here. I don't think we have Neros.
No.
We have Costas. Do we even have a Starbucks? Wales has a lack of big chained places.
Starbucks, I don't think so. Life in the First Lane said that's a con. Thought you wasn't listing anything less than. I'm not really Life in the First Lane, but that doesn't mean to say something isn't going to sell for less than £20. Just because I'm not listing less than 20 doesn't mean it's not going to sell.
Limelight said grandkids next.
Yeah, probably.
Look, we already know, and our days are numbered because my daughter-in-law's sister had a baby this year and she is absolutely smitten. So I know for a fact the minute they're married, There's going to be a baby on the way.
That baby came here yesterday
Yeah.
and didn't cry once.
No.
And that's a problem. Because that makes Keris think that that's what all babies
Oh,
are like.
no. She just cries. She cries a lot.
Does she?
Yeah, she was just really good yesterday.
So Keris wasn't getting like a false impression of what babies are like.
No. That baby cries a lot.
Jeff says the Cincinnati Bengals are so bad we called them the Bungles. Are they really that bad, Jeff? I ain't got a clue. I don't even know. Well, the last Super Bowl, wasn't it? Who won the last Super Bowl? They wear red, don't they? The red jersey. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't even know who the best team in the NFL is right now. I don't follow it at all. I like to buy the jerseys and sell them and stuff, but I don't know who the best team is.
Oh, flipping hell, thought the Kaching was them.
Oh, sorry. Who was it? Arizona? No, Arizona. No. Who's?
Oh, Fluffy Muffins with us. Hi, Fluffy Muffin. And Barbara. Is that Barbara the Alien?
Yeah.
Barbara the Alien is with us.
Chiefs versus 49ers. There you go. Once Love put it in.
And Clementine Mandarin. Hello.
Monumental's on £200.87. That's good going today. Husty's been very quiet today, but 274 yesterday. Yeah, that's what happens, isn't it? You have a good day and then you kind of penalise the next day a lot of the time.
Something different has joined us. He said they've always been subscribed to you, but was looking for your live and had to type your name in and had to resubscribe.
Who's that?
Something different.
Oh, right.
Apparently they've been unsubscribed from you.
Oh.
Bloody YouTube. Well, hopefully you're back with us now. So thank you for rejoining us. And we both gone quiet at the same time.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm just reading the chat. Drink and Dive have been members for 23 months. Thank you, guys. That's so kind of you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, after he's just called you out for not being here on a Monday.
Oh, they're good eggs, aren't they? They're good eggs. Do you ever get Mighty Ducks? Yeah, I've had Mighty Duck stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I've had a few bits and bobs. Kansas City, that's it. Kansas City Chiefs. I couldn't think of the name. Yeah, they were the last one. They were the last Super Bowl winners, weren't they? I'm sure they were.
George's Treasure said, Chris, you've only sold 2 items on eBay today. How do you live, etc.,
I know,
etc.?
yeah.
Making up for your weekly stalker.
I know. SB Reselling's on a 0 so far. I'm sure it'll pick up. Andy Incognito's on £9 so far today. Hopefully it'll get better. Chop Chop's on $7.98 today. Get in.
Oh, you missed Vinny Spotto. It's his birthday on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Vinny Spotto. Right. Okay. We'll do that one. George's Treasure Shed member for 5 months. Thank you, guys. Thank you,
That's gone
George.
quick, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Time's just flying by, isn't it? So whose birthday? Vinny Spotto.
Vinny Spotto.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Retro Electronic Repair member for 23 months. 2 years. That's mad, isn't it?
Doesn't feel like we've been doing it that
Richard
long.
Payne's had a decent day so far. 270.90.
Dan says, why did you move to Wales?
Why not? Something to do, innit?
We wanted to be closer to family, but not back in Manchester. So this was a happy medium between Devon and Manchester. There you go. Quick version of it. And we're loving it, by the way. Been here a year now, and it was the best decision we made, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Life in the First Line, the membership's been going for 23 months. I remember you talking to us about it. Yeah, I remember that. Is 23 months the longest anybody's been a member for? So is that pretty much how long we've been going for? Anyone else who's a member, just if you've got more than 23 months, bang it up on the screen like that. Just interested to see who's who's got the longest.
Oh yeah, Andrew said there is a Starbucks. That one up near Rudlin, near near the Alder.
Yeah, there's one there. Yeah. Kansas City Chiefs back-to-back Super Bowl champions going for a three-peat this year. Oh, nice.
Oh, we've had a.
Oh, what's Andy Incognito done?
$2.99.
He sent us a super something.
First bump. It says first. Yeah, first bump. Thank you for that. A $2.99 super sticker.
Super sticker. Thank you, Andy.
That's cool. Look at that cute little thing.
Yeah, he sent a first bump, a little chicken.
Oh, it's fist bump.
Oh, fist bump.
Fist bump.
Ooh, you're supposed to go like that. So old. You're so old.
Monkeyfish says he hasn't had a speeding ticket from our visit to Rill yet. You might not have done, but last year my youngest came with his friend to a Halloween event, and that particular friend was here yesterday, and he ended up with 3 points on his license.
Who was that?
Dane.
Oh, yeah, I remember him saying last night, yeah. Or yesterday.
From being here last time, he thought he was in a 70 zone, and it wasn't, it was a 50, and he's ended up with 3 points on his license.
To be fair, the only 70 zones there are motorways.
Wow. Yay, Santa!
Santa's 23.
Christmas is 148 days away. Woohoo!
So it looks like 23 months is pretty much there or thereabouts, because Retro Electronics said, I think I joined in the first week or two. So thank you, everybody who stayed with us on the membership. Hope you've enjoyed it. And it's been useful to you. But most of all, I appreciate the support on the channel. Thank you all.
Monkeyfish says I had 23 months, but that was a couple of weeks ago. So it must be roughly there or
roughly there or thereabouts. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That. Thank you. I hope you've had value from it in some way or another.
Look, you all know what I'm like. Takes me a minute. And Incognito saying first bump. Fist bump. Fist bump. It's hard. It's like this big. It's tiny.
It's tiny. Yeah, it's tiny. I thought he was like referring to like a potential baby on the way. Not for us, but obviously for Kieran.
Lisa's just got a sale. Well done.
Well done, Lisa. Evan's down around 1 year, 11 months as well. They must have joined at a similar time to Santa and Retro Electronic and the Monkey. Resell Anything said he's sent about 30 offers out today, but no takers. Sometimes it's like that, isn't it? I mean, at one point, I kind of worked out roughly that for every 10 offers I sent out, there was one taker. But since then, eBay have watered down the offers to watchers. It used to just be if you watched an item, you were eligible to be sent an offer. And the fact that somebody clicks a button to watch an item means that they have some level of interest in it. But now, if you just like go and look at an item and show that you've like viewed it, potentially eBay will flag that up as a send an offer to watcher type situation. So probably not much interest if you're just looking, but they've definitely watered it down, which probably means that it's the number of acceptances you get is less. If you get, do you get my drift?
Yeah. Fire Retro says Chris and Bell might be moving around the corner from you guys.
Really, Fire Retro? Really? Whereabouts? Send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram. Let me know what's going on.
I said we were discussing before we came on the show about the camper van, because Chris is already debating whether getting it was the right thing or not, because we don't have a massive amount of time to actually use it. And part of that is because we like to go on holiday abroad as well. So like financially, it's hard to fit in like overnight trips, because then it costs money. I've completely lost my train of thought of what I was actually going to say with that.
I just thought you were telling everyone that.
I had a point to it and it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, hang on a minute, guys. She had a point to the conversation. But she doesn't know what it was.
Why was I talking about that?
Okay.
No, it's gone. It's gone. Oh
It'll come back to you in a minute if it comes back.
Lana, I've just booked camping. No. I know. We actually
No,
enjoy
no.
We
We're
enjoy
not-
using
It's not going
it.
anywhere just yet. I'm gonna reevaluate the situation once summer and autumn is over. I'm gonna think about it then.
It's gonna bug me now what I was actually gonna say. I hate it when brain does that. Literally just dropped out. Hi, Ophelia.
Ophelia, aka
What?
Lou.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's got to be
Of
Lou.
course we know it's Lou. Well, little Steve's already in. Yeah, no, we are. We're very much looking forward to camping. Don't worry.
Flipping out says, getting offers for items I'm not watching is annoying and misleading. I obviously check listings for my own items and end up getting offers from the seller. I don't like that feature. Yeah, I'm the same. I look at a lot of stuff as well. And like when I'm selling similar on things, it means I have to look at an item. And I quite often get those offers. Of course, it's irrelevant. I'm not going to accept the offers. So I spend a lot of, I'll say a lot of time, not a lot of time, just, a few minutes every now and again, just declining those offers. But that just shows you how they've watered down. They're just trying to widen the net to try and get more people to like make a purchase, which I understand, but at the same time, it makes it less effective.
Helen says, every time I look at something when researching, I get offers. It's a nightmare.
Exactly what Flipping Alice just said, yeah.
You're better using it as a day van than a camper van.
It's too expensive, Steve, to be using as a day van. It's like, if I wanted a day van...
no, I think he means like a day tripping van.
Oh, yeah, day tripping van, yeah. But not like a daily runner. It's too expensive to have as a daily runner.
I think the thing we're finding at the moment, which is the issue, is especially through the summer months when you would want to use it the most, because we've moved closer to family and we're now closer to a lot of people that we've got to know through the reselling and things like that, like Steve and Lana. We're doing so much more. We just don't have time to book even day trips in. We literally have to pinpoint in the calendar just like what we call date days for
weekends.
Us, where it's just us because we're just, or else we're with other people.
We've gone like
We've
gone like 8 weeks through the summer. Like what I had to do a few weeks ago is say to Belle, that weekend at the end of August, that's ours to do what we want in. Because otherwise, every single weekend is gone doing whatever. We visiting family. We're visiting friends. Friends are coming to us. Family coming to us. Belle's working.
Working.
Belle works, 1 in 4?
Well, as far as you were concerned, I thought it was every other weekend.
I thought it was every other weekend, but it's not. It's 1 in 4. So that's 1 out. So that only leaves us with 3. So it's like, it's difficult. And we by the time we have a weekend off at the end of August, weekend off, and we'd have gone probably about 8 weeks without actually having a free weekend to go and utilize the van. And that's the issue that I love the van. The van's a brilliant drive. It's got everything in there you need. It's really a great van. But like the thing when I bought it that worried me the most was, would we get enough use out of it as a camper or as a like road trip van? And that is the thing that worries them most. And I'm not making a decision on it now, but I'm just thinking like once summer, we get into autumn. Once we get into that kind of period, I want to think about how long, how many times we've used it, and like, is it worth it? Because it's an expensive van just to have sat on the driveway and not using it for its main purpose. If it was just like a van without the camper stuff in it, and I could just use it as a runaround, that would be fine. But it would have cost me a lot less. It cost me a lot of money, that van. So it's too much for it to be sat there and not used for its purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And none of this chat is jogging me memory on why I started that conversation.
I think you just wanted to tell people.
No. It will literally, I'll be lying in bed and suddenly it'll just pop in my head in the middle of the night when I actually don't need the information. Yeah, Andrew says if you're going to sell it, wait until next summer. Camper van prices drop in the winter.
Yeah. I don't know.
Lana says, rewind the show and see if it reminds you what you were going to say. I know. Don't you hate it when that happens? It's awful. Because the thing is, you can't then ignore the fact that you can't remember it.
Tam and Bell said, I don't send any offers at an item that says no watches. The thing is, Tam, like I just send out in bulk. Like sometimes you turn your phone on and you've got like eight offers to send. I don't look at them all to see if they've got watches. I can't be asked with that. That just takes too much time. I'll just bulk send the offers, 15%, 10%, whatever. Just send it out and see what happens. You never know though, Tam. You could be missing out on the odd sale here and there. You could be missing out on the odd one. I'm not saying you are, but...
Dan says, why do my promoted listings have to be reset when an item relists?
Why do my promoted listings have to be reset? When an item auto relists after 30 days, it shouldn't do. It should auto just carry on. If you've got an automatic promoted listing set up that just includes every listing, then there should be no problem. It will just carry on. But if you've got some kind of custom promoted listing set up where you are manually adding stuff to it, then yeah, you'll have to manually add. But yeah, I just have an auto system where every single item is promoted at the same rate.
I'm not even justifying life in the first lane. Bell doesn't work. I keep telling you this, Chris. Bell works very hard. I'll have you know. Thank you very much. Work as hard as you do, Big Steve. Is that why Is that why he thinks I don't work? Because I say that I work as hard as he does, and he does no work. Is that what it is? Is it reverse psychology? Dan says time is the biggest problem. eBay, it's 24/7.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, well, I don't know because you do sort of wiggle things around when we're.
I'm always changing.
Yeah, when we're freeing time up. Chris
if we free time up, I'll free a day up.
Yeah,
I'm not a problem with that. It's already LPG converted, Dave. It's already got LPG on it, so the actual like daily running costs are not too bad. Because when we first, how long we had the van? May, wasn't it? May, June, July. Well, we've had it 3 months. I put in.
We're only at the end of July.
May. May, June, July. So roughly, let's say 3 months.
Yeah.
When I first bought it, I put a full tank of petrol in it, and I put a full tank of LPG in it, and I've never had to fill it up with petrol since. And we've done road trips. We've done 3-day holidays, 2-day holidays in it.
But that's because we tend to navigate.
I always look for the LPG.
Yeah, we navigate to the LPG garages while we're going
and there's
around.
There's still plenty of them around, despite people saying, "Oh, there's not enough around." There isn't enough around, but there's still plenty. And I've still got half a tank of petrol because it will use that petrol when you start it up. It uses the petrol to start, and then it immediately switches to LPG. So I've still got more than half a tank of petrol. I've never had to refill the petrol.
Dan says you could make thousands every year renting it out. I know someone who makes a lot from renting a few out. Chris doesn't share his toys.
Yeah.
How do you not know that about Chris? He does not share his toys.
I would not rent out. There's no way in this world I would rent the van out.
He won't even rent it to family.
It's not that. It's complicated. There's so many things you got to remember on that van to do and not to do. Like, I'd be mortified if something went wrong with it. Like, there's a routine, isn't there, that we have to keep to make sure that we don't forget things and get things wrong and break things. And
other people would be capable of looking after.
They would be, but I don't trust people.
Yeah, he just doesn't trust people.
I do not trust people. Like people who rent things. Like not everybody, but some people. Like 1 in 20 people will not look after your rental, whether it be a house or a car or whatever. And that's when I wouldn't be happy with it. But you're probably right. I could make money renting it, but no, I don't fancy it.
The neighbours across the road, isn't it? We're like, oh, maybe we can like rent it off you and use it. And I'm like, he does the little, the smile like, yeah. And I'm like, not a chance.
They're probably watching. I just wouldn't entertain renting it.
Nothing to do with anybody personally. He just doesn't like sharing his toys. We have the same thing with the house. he doesn't like anybody being in the house if we're not here. Even like you kind of just about manage with like the boys and stuff, don't you? But anyone else, he just doesn't like the idea of anyone being in the house, do you?
I just don't.
No.
I just feel like, people don't look after your stuff like you do. Andrew said I'll buy the van.
Woohoo!
Well, you never know.
Oh yeah, I believe you were looking at the MGs. I can't recommend the MG HS that I've got more highly. It's a fantastic car. Super, super nice to drive. Don't know what the ZS is because did you say you was looking at the ZS, the smaller version?
Yeah, that's the small. It's still like a crossover, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's slightly smaller than the HS, which is what you've got, which is quite big for a crossover.
Highly recommend it.
Andrew's starting the bidding at $5,000.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, you'll have to go a bit higher. But thank you for the opening offer.
Yeah, a few people are trying to jog my memory. They're saying it was when Fire Retro was saying he was moving down the corner. I know where we were up to, but I just cannot think where my brain was actually what it was going to say.
How much is LPG? It ranges between 79p and 99p. While we were away, I think I got it at one place for 79p. Most places seem to be 99p at the minute, whereas obviously petrol's about 150, isn't it, at the moment?
Andrew could buy it as a passion wagon.
There you go. Andrew has confirmed why I would not rent it out. He said I'd drag the back end out of it. That is exactly why I wouldn't rent it. And Andy doesn't like people in his private space either. Thank you, Andy. I'm not the only one. I don't know if I'm a bit like weird. Sometimes I think I'm weird because I'm not keen on like people like just being in the house and using my car and stuff. I just think I don't know.
We couldn't be any further. This is one of the things we couldn't be any further apart on because my family have always been open door policy. We literally are.
No cooks.
Anybody can come in whenever they want, whatever you want. Just come join us. Open door. We'll have, the more the merrier. And that's sort of always been our thing. But you're just the complete opposite, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't like it. I really don't.
It stresses you out.
It stresses me out. I just don't like. It's just. I don't like my space being invaded. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but if we're not here, they're not invading your space.
No, they are. If we went on holiday and someone stayed here, which we could do, we could have someone look after Cookie here. Someone in the family or whatever. Somebody would come here, look after Cookie while we're on holiday. But I just can't I can't do it because when I come back, I'll feel like the house has been burgled.
He's convinced that they're just not going to lock the door or they're going to like.
It's not that.
It's
not that. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but it's just a mental block in my head. It's absolutely nothing personal to anybody. No. Like if anyone like wanted to stay here or anybody like wanted to borrow the van and I said no, it's absolutely nothing personal. It's just like a mental block. I just don't like it.
Like I said, he doesn't share his toys well. Even things like
that's not what you said last night.
Shut up. Even things like his PlayStation, when the boys were younger, they don't even bother asking now. When the boys were younger and they wanted to use his PlayStation, it was like a mission just to ask if they could use his PlayStation because they knew it wasn't just going to be a straight, oh yeah, there you go ahead. It was a bit like do I have to? Can't you go use your own? Before he'd give in and let them play on it.
Yeah. Dan said, I agree, it's difficult to trust people, but it's nearly $1,000 a week in August.
We're not even doing that.
I'll stop it then. Stop doing that.
Wasn't even doing it. That's why
it's nearly $1,000 a week in August to rent a camper. Yeah, I don't care. I wouldn't rent it for $1,000 a week. I really wouldn't. Because you know what? No, it'll come back. Something will be broken on it, or it'll need to go in the garage, and then 500 quid out of that grand will be gone on repairs. That's what would happen.
Money Mental says the HS doesn't come in all electric, sadly, otherwise I'd go for
Oh,
it.
he's after an electric.
Ah, okay.
You really want an electric, Andrew?
Clearly he does.
I'm not sure about electrics. I mean, if you want electric, it's fine, but...
Oh, Shabba said there's some interference on the microphone when we both talk.
Is there?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Tam
Stop talking over me.
Tam and Bell said, you're not weird, Chris, you're special.
Yeah, probably. Oh, sorry, I totally skipped over Glamour's there. I forgot to mention.
I thought
Glamour's...
we'd already done it while I wasn't paying attention.
I popped it up and then I forgot to mention it. Sorry, Glamour's. $20. Glamour's.
She's
Dana.
terrible, aren't
I know,
you?
she's proper naughty. Thank you
you.
so much. That's very, very, very kind of you. You do it way too often, and you're in the membership as well, and you don't need to do that. You really don't.
You literally could have just agreed with Chris and it wouldn't have
Yeah,
cost you
it
a
would have
penny.
been fine. It would have been fine. But thank you so much. I don't like anyone being in my house either. Totally get that. It's good to know I'm not the only one. So maybe Belle's a weird one, not me.
No, I know my family's weird. Not many people have
Another sale, guys.
Woohoo! Not many people have the sort of open door policies that my family do.
I've sold a heavy metal hoodie for $19.99. There we go. We don't need to play the game on that one.
Blammers has said they have an app now where you can rent out your pool to strangers for the day. I also hate that, and thank God we don't have a pool.
I must admit, like, it's tempting to go down the route of renting it out, but it just feels like such a headache. I'd have to change all the insurances on it. I'd have to, like,
I think the only
do
way
so much stuff.
The only way you would rent it out is if it wasn't your personal
Yeah.
van and he'd done it as a business.
Yeah.
So he was buying it purposely as a business venture to rent out.
Yeah, that you're right there. I would have to write it off out of my mind to
That it's
say
yours.
this is not my van anymore.
Yeah.
This is like a business opportunity. That's why I would. That's the way I would do it. I mean, who's to say? I guess we couldn't. Who's to say we couldn't do that? But all I see is, right, someone has an accident in your van. All I see is major headaches in sorting it out. That's what I see happening. And I always go to the worst case scenario. Like if someone was staying in our house and they burnt the house down while we were on holiday, I'd be like, oh shit, what do we do with the insurance now? Because someone was staying in our house and they burnt the house down. That's what I go to. I go to like the worst case scenario.
It's not like they don't live in their own house for, every day of the
I know.
year and not burn
I
their
know.
own house down.
But
They're going to burn ours down.
But it doesn't. But they're familiar with their house and how everything goes. Not familiar with ours.
Anyhow, Chris said they'd look through your drawers and in your cupboards.
Yeah, they would.
Lana
People
says
would.
she's the same, that you're both weird.
Yeah, totally.
Monkey says, I would like someone in my house when I'm not.
Oh, you would like?
Yeah.
You would? Oh, right, okay, interesting.
Keeping somebody so it looks like it's got someone in it.
Yeah.
So you don't get burgled.
Like people to pop round or to stop over, but with required notice. But you can't touch my stationery.
Right in my notebooks, borrow my pen and use my desk.
Oh, here we go. Dave said, sent $1.99 your ad revenue cut for the... Dave, don't be stupid. You know I was only joking. And you probably won't even earn that much because if you split that into 5 ways or however many people that appeared in your video, don't be ridiculous. You can request that back, Dave, because I was totally joking about that.
Phil says, I don't like other people driving the company van I use. It's not even my van. Helen exactly hates everyone. So everyone's on your side.
It's good to know I'm not the only one.
Glamour says our kids and grandkids have run our house, but everyone else no. Oliver says, so what I'm hearing is you're happy to lend us your van, Chris.
Yeah. Andrew says it'll be the company that pays for it, and the benefit in kind on electric is only 2%. No brainer. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there is benefits, isn't there, to buying electric when you've got a company in there. I don't know. I don't understand what it is. I've not really looked at it because I'm not in that situation. But yeah, if there's a financial benefit to it, then fair enough.
Santa, there's a lot of people who don't like me in their homes. I'm only there a couple of minutes.
That's what she said.
That's it, Oliver. And he says, I'm a typical mank with an open door policy. You're just tight.
I wonder what Steve is.
Chris
I wonder what Steve is. I bet
Chris-
he just didn't want people turning up.
Chris is from Bramhall, isn't he? So he was a bit more upmarket than me.
Rent out your decking. No, it'll get broken.
Charges Treasure says, anyone know the GSP
Yeah.
country code?
It's Japan.
It's Japan.
Yeah, it's Japan, that one. I always find it interesting when I get a sale to Japan. I like to dig out their address in the back end of eBay and just see where they are. I don't know why. It's just a thing that I like to do. Just see where it's going to.
Dan says, my parents are away in August. They won't let me stay in their house. They've actually paid for a hotel instead. Oh my God, they really don't trust you. I think you would at a pinch, wouldn't you? Like if we were going away and like Kieran and Kerry said, oh, we want to come and stay in Wales for a few days, you'd let them come and stay in the house. No.
What's this in my arse here?
It's a crack.
Oh, it's literally a crack. There's a crack in this chair. I think I need a new chair. I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Oh, apparently we're breaking up. The audio's gone funny.
Has it? Right, hang on. Let me unplug the audio, guys, and start again. Which one is it? Is it that one? How does that sound? Let me just check. Oh, I'm on MacBook. Hang on, let me go back to... I'm on the Yeti. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Sounds a bit crackly, old balls.
Yeah, but that was before. Is it all right now? Oh, there you go. It's fine now.
Wonder what was going on there. It's very hot in here. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Probably not.
I bet it is.
The legend said was sat here trying to refresh the video and checking my internet. We've been confusing everybody. Andrew Kershaw says, P.S. Dan doesn't actually live with his parents like he made it sound. He just wanted an overnighter to watch football. He's 49 years old. Well, stop rubbing my chair. Move over.
Annoying. That's probably that way you can hear Belle's chair squeaking.
No, it's not.
Loud and clear. There we go. Right, we need to... Babe, we haven't done anything about the show.
Get going
because
then.
you've been blabbering on all show.
That's what it is.
Okay, let's get some stuff done. We need to do sale of the week.
I hope and pray we can sell it all on eBay.
Sale of the week. I need to share the screen for this one. It's not a big one, but it was a fast sell. Really fast, about an hour or so. Let's present the screen. Really fast sell, and it was spares and repairs. I sold. I've had this in my death pile for ages in the back room. This came in a job lot of figures and toys that I picked up, but it doesn't work. And I just decided I wasn't even going to list it at one point, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stick it up. Spares and repairs, $24.99. It sold for full price, $24.99. And it went really quickly. Obviously, I think somebody probably had like a saved search on for this thing. And the good thing about it, though, is it was in really nice condition. So if anybody's going to take this apart, use bits of it to replace parts on their K9, the condition was great, apart from the fact that the thing didn't actually work. So really fast sale, not a particularly big sale, but $24.99.
Alan says, wow, that's my kind of item. Love Doctor Who.
Yeah, but it's spares and repairs. It didn't work, unfortunately. So.
Somebody might have just liked it as a prop.
Yeah, I mean, you could put it in your cabinet or in your like movie display or whatever, and you wouldn't know. It'd be absolutely fine. There's
an interesting fact. Look, Jeff has put he lived in Yokohama, Japan when he was 3 until he was 6.
Really?
Yeah.
So basically, you're Japanese.
Wow.
I did not know that, Jeff.
No.
That's amazing.
That's a really interesting fact. I bet that was cool. Well, say you probably don't remember
much
about it.
Barely remembers anything about it. I would like to go to Japan. I actually would like to go to it. It's not like on my bucket list or anything, but I think like if an opportunity came to kind of go, like a decent deal or something, I would like to give it a whirl.
Phil says you can part that K out. The bits go for good money.
Oh, there you go.
Too late now. He sold it.
Well, it was roughly around the amount that other spares and repairs K9s were going for. So I just pitched it there in the middle, and I was just happy to see it go really quickly because it's one of them, quite a big item.
Alan said he'd definitely used it as a prop.
Yeah, it looks great as a prop. It's quite big as well. You know, it's about sort of that big. You know how big that is, don't you?
That's what she said. Wrong time.
Yeah, it didn't work. That was rubbish. Resell Anything said Japan's the best holiday they ever had. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting.
It was 2010, but still by far the best place I've been. Retro Electronic Repair says they would have bought it if they'd have known.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? I'd have just sent it you. Oh, I would have loved to have seen you fix that.
Don't be putting tunes in my head, Jeff.
If Retro Lee, Tommy Lee, if for whatever reason that comes back, like if they didn't read the title or something, right, that's yours, by the way. I will send it you, and you can it will test your repair abilities.
Dan says, have either of you done a DNA test? Is there a reason I need to? Is he trying to say we look alike?
Oh, don't tell me we're not like
we're brother and sister.
Bit late now, isn't it?
We haven't had babies, have we? Not reproduced. It's all good.
I suppose.
No, I've never done a DNA test. And I probably don't need to now because my sister has done one. She's done one in hereditary things to see what you're made up of. So in theory, I should be made up of the same thing, shouldn't I? And she's now on the DNA register. So if anybody ever came looking for us, they'd find her and then find the rest of us. Let her spend the money on it.
Right. Big news. eBay have made the biggest change of the year. Honestly. Right, this is it. Have you noticed that on your selling page, on the app, it's no longer where it says active, sold, unsold. They've changed it. It's now active, orders, unsold. They've changed the word from sold to orders. That's the big eBay news for today.
Woo!
So now I've got 483 orders rather than solds.
Because that makes a big difference.
I've got an offer in as well, I just noticed. Let me have a look at that. Okay, 59. This is a game that I play to myself every single time an offer comes in. Does anybody else do this?
No, they're not sad.
I've got an item here. I'm looking at the item, $59.99 it's up for. Nike Air Jordan Flight. And what I do is I say to myself, before I look at the offer, I say to myself, if it's X amount or above, I'll take it without thinking about it. This is a little game I play.
We've got that. Come on, move on.
So, $59.99. If it's 50 or above, I'll take it without any question. So, let's see what happens. You ready? $50.
Woo! Accept
that offer. Thank you very much. That's it. I do that without fail. I say it in my head. If it's X amount, I'll take it.
Doing well tonight.
I know. Got a few sales.
Dan says his partner found out that she was Italian and Nigerian.
Wow. That's interesting.
Ours was pretty obvious because my grandparents are from Ireland, so we knew we were sort of like English-Irish heritage. But then there was a few, like everybody ends up being from like Norway and stuff like that, don't they? Finland, there's always a bit of something like that in there. But yeah, we're pretty much English-Irish, which makes a lot of sense.
I'm guessing I've got Irish because Hayden that's an Irish name, isn't it?
I don't know.
Hayden, the surname? I think it is, isn't it?
Just because you've got Hayden as a surname doesn't mean you're technically from. I mean, Jesus, I was Green. I'm pretty sure Green isn't an Irish name.
Don't know. It is quite green in Ireland.
But my mum was a Daly, and Daly's definitely Irish. Phil said Luke and Leah Hayden.
Retro said, send me anything that's bust free of charge fixes.
Oh,
I would never ask you to do it free of
Leia.
charge.
I got it. Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Duh.
Even I know that, and I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Duh.
Lazy Jane said, spent 2 weeks in Tokyo 5 years ago. Makes London look like a village. Fabulous place.
Andrew says he's not going on any register. Chris knows what they'll charge him with. Life in the First Sense, they've got images in my head I don't want now. Thank you, Sanson.
eBay's getting crazy out here, says Glamours.
Phil says this says sold still. It's obviously not updated.
Yeah, you need to update your app, I think, Phil. Chris needs some breaking news music. Have I got a breaking news one? I think I have somewhere.
Probably.
I've got reselling news, haven't I? I'm sure I have.
Husky says, whoa, this is going to grow my business for sure.
There you go. I knew I had it.
Retro says, probably took them months to change the code for that and probably broke something along the way.
Yeah, I just read that. Sorry.
Once Love said they had an £18 offer on a £75 item. Didn't take much thinking about.
Yeah.
Dan said to Chris,
cheeky.
To Chris, what would you change about eBay if you were in charge of the company?
We've kind of done this question before, haven't we? We've kind of done it.
Everything.
What would I change? I would.
He'd put all the fees up if he was in charge because it meant he'd be getting the money.
I don't know, really. There's so many things they could change to improve it. I can't answer that at the moment, Dan. There's so much. Probably like listen to their sellers a bit more. Sellers should come first, because without the sellers, I know without the buyers you haven't got a platform, but essentially without anything to actually sell on the platform, you don't get the buyers. So it's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? But you need items to sell before someone can buy it. So they should really, I think eBay should focus more on their sellers and like listen to them. But there's so many little tweaks that you could do to eBay to make it better that feel like they're not big things, but they probably are big things, to be honest.
Ooh, you've not got an oh-no, have you?
No.
We could use Phil's issue as an oh-no, because that is an oh-no, isn't it? Because it's confused us how it happened.
Yeah, you can do. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to do it?
Go for it.
Okay, Belle's going to do an oh-no that we didn't have planned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
This hasn't happened to us per se, but it confused Chris a lot as to how it's happened. We met up with my brother on Friday for his birthday, and he had a nice new pair of trainers on that he said he'd got from eBay. And he was saying that they should have been quite an expensive pair, like a £300 pair of trainers, and he'd got them for 90 quid. So straight away, we were like, well, it should have gone through the eBay authenticity. Is that the right word?
Mm-hmm.
Process. So Chris was like, should have a little thing on it, a little tag on it, and it didn't. So Chris kindly put his trainers while we were sat in Wetherspoons through his check app, and they came back as fake. So somehow somebody has managed to sell a £90 pair of Nike trainers through eBay that have avoided going through the authenticity, which you were convinced that shouldn't be a possibility.
It shouldn't be. If it's Nike, it's over £70. It should automatically be going through eBay's authentication checks. So I'm confused at how that's been sold and sent direct to Phil without the check. Because if it had the check, It would no, it's £70 now, Steve. 70 it is now. They've reduced it. It would have been rejected. Pretty sure it would have been because I obviously checked it on the check and it was fake.
Some sneak through. I see a lot over 70 that get away with it.
Yeah, maybe it's certain brands that over 70 then, because every single item I've done over 70 goes through authentication.
But yeah, so I was a bit bossy and I made him open it because I know what my brother's like. He's a bit lazy and he'd have just gone, oh, I can't be bothered. And he'd have kept a fake 90 pound of trainers. But while we were sat there, I made him open a return to send them back. You shouldn't keep them, should you?
No,
90
just out of principle.
£90. I was like, if you want a fake pair of trainers, go buy a pair for 30 quid and know that they're fake. You don't spend, 90 quid is like a lot of money for a fake pair of trainers. So yeah, so bless, he's sending them back in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just shows they do get through. Yeah,
they get through somehow. That one really should not have got through, I don't think.
They were obviously, as soon as you looked at them, you were kind of like, I think they're fake, before you'd even put them through the check, weren't you? Yeah, mainly because of the stitching on the tongue. The stitching on the tongue was not straight, and that was, for me, was a giveaway. Now, I know Nike are notorious for really poor quality control, and sometimes some of the fakes, like Steve said there, some of the fakes are actually really good quality, and they're really good quality, but this one had a wonky stitch line on the tongue, and that straight away was a red flag to me. I don't think that would have got through any authentication, because when you look at the actual labels on the inside, the labels are really good, really good. You'd be hard pressed to know, but it's the detail in the shoe itself that normally does it. Oliver said, "Go on, Chris, admit you're a little chuffed with yourself that you checked it out." It's not that. My brother becomes a cropper on eBay all the time for different things. He really does. He's just got such poor luck on eBay. Sorry. And this is what I mean. So I know, like, he wouldn't want to cause any ripples, and he would have been, or I don't know, I'm not so sure how to send it back or what to do. So literally, we sat next to Chris, and I was like, right, Chris, get him to open a thing while you're there. And he did, didn't he? Went straight home and took them off. Yeah, took them off, sent them back. Once Loved said, I've sold a couple of pairs that should have gone through authentication, but the address was direct to the customer. One pair was £140. Wow. So obviously, for some reason, I wonder what it is. It's clearly not working, is it? For some reason, there's some that are getting through the net. Just so happened that this pair got through the net, and they were... I wonder if it's something that they're putting in the description or the item specifics that's knocking it off, so that it doesn't get checked. I wonder. Husky says could be the location where the seller is. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I don't know how it got through. Alan's got a question. I've been reselling for a while now on eBay and whatnot. I've seen you on eBay and whatnot, sorry. I sell mainly toys, and I've been advised that they're going well on Vinted. Do you think it's worth some thought to set up on there? Well, you could do, Alan. The official line is that Vinted is not for resellers, for professional resellers like us. But there are plenty of people on there who operate. But if you do go on Vinted, do it very, very slowly, inconspicuous. Don't sort of raise your head above the pulpit. Just do the odd listing here and there every day or every week or something. But Vinted, in their T's and C's, it says no resellers allowed. Although Vinted Pro is going to come out at some point in the future. You just got to be careful on Vinted. If you're going to do it in very small scale. Always worth trying things. Husky says everybody speeds. Yeah. Everyone gets caught. Very true. Very true. Husty also says, I've got some Jordan 1 Dior fakes, and they are well comfy, and people believe I'm walking around in a 12-gram pair of kicks. Oh, nice. That's cool. Oliver says, hang on, did you nick them off his feet at the time, Chris? He took one of them off, and I literally photographed them in spoons and sent the picture through to the check app. And he had the answer back before we'd left. Before we left, it was done. Yeah. Alan says, I have just tended to avoid Vinted to have no clue about it.
It's a good platform. It's a very good platform.
Easy. It's such an easy platform to
and it's
list on.
easy to list on.
Yeah.
Easy to buy on. The only thing is customer service on Vinted is very, very poor. So if you have an issue, you wait a long time to get it resolved.
Limelight said maybe the seller has sold a few real pairs which have been validated, so they become a trusted seller.
I don't know. Every single pair of my trainers that I've sold that's over £70, and I remember getting an email from eBay a while back saying that they dropped the limit on some trainers down to 70. They've all gone through authentication. Not a single pair have not gone.
Will it flag up though because he sent it back as did he send it back as counterfeit? As
Yeah, he wrote in it. Yeah, he put item not as described and then wrote in the box.
And you gave him a screenshot of the check.
And I gave him a screenshot. He won't have a problem. He's got a right to a refund anyway. So
no, I don't mean that. But will that flag up on his eBay then?
Possible. Yeah, possible. It might do. Vinted encourage you to list more, which is funny. I have 232 items listed, but I think because I buy on there too, it evens out their algorithms. Possibly, yeah, to show that but you both buy and sell. Yeah, possible. Who knows, Ophelia? It's like trying to work out eBay's algorithms. I've got a pair of AirPods coming, hopefully tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see when they come, if they're real or not. I'm hoping, I'm really hoping.
These are coming from the very, very, very on the ball seller who
you say
multiple times.
You say that, but they rang me on the Sunday saying we're going to send them out Monday. Then they rang me to say they're going to send them out Tuesday. And they actually only sent them out Saturday.
Oh.
So not as on the ball as what
Actions speak louder than words.
They did message me in the end instead of ringing me to say they've got a delay with sending them. So I said it's fine, whatever. But I'm interested to see now whether they come. If they're fake, they're going straight back.
Yeah.
They're going straight back.
Right, we need to...
yeah, we need to crack on. Right, let's do pickup of the week. Otherwise, this is going to be a 2-hour show, babe.
No, it's not.
It's looking that way right now. It's looking that way.
You're on your own.
Pickup of the week. Oh dear.
You didn't pay for the penguin?
Sorry?
Money?
No, I bought that over there. Your penguin should still be in there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Pickup of the week.
Pickup of the week. At yesterday's boot sale, bought a few things, and I bought a bag. Sorry. I bought this bag. Another sale. Woohoo! Oh, they've paid for the Nike Air Jordan jacket, 50 quid. That's in the bank. What am I on today? I need to check now, babe.
Till they send it back.
Oh yeah, well there is always that, but you've got to class a sale as a sale until it comes back. It's not. Oh, 227.51 I'm on now. That's good. I'm happy with that today. Right, pickup of the week is this lot. I paid £10 for all this in this bag. A tenner. I've not been buying Jurassic Park and World figures for ages, but I couldn't resist all these for £10. She was basically saying the big ones were £2 and the small ones were £1. And then it was only a young girl, probably about 15, something like that, with her mum. And then she said I could just take the lot for a tenner. So I said, okay, I'll take them for a tenner. And I wouldn't mind, but I bought them. And as I was walking away, I was like halfway down the aisle. She came running after me and gave me another one that she'd found and just popped it in my bag. That was very kind, wasn't it? So I paid a tenner for these. I've got, look, right, you ready to put your thing down a minute? I need you to hold these. So we've got
the noisy
Stegosaurus, another Stegosaurus, or something like that.
That's an annoying dinosaur.
We've got this one. They're all Jurassic World or Park. It's a bigger one. A little baby one. What else do we got? This one. I'm debating whether to just put them all on a future Whatnot show and get rid of them all in one night. Because the cost price on them is so low. I just thought, now this is a nice one. Spiny. I think I've still got this one myself. Is it behind me? Is it there? Is that Spiny?
Yeah.
Same one. It's a good one. This is probably £25, this Spiny. This is my favourite dinosaur.
Dodgy foot going on there.
Where? Oh, yeah. This is my favourite dinosaur. You got it?
And that quote comes out of every 5-year-old's mouth.
We've got a T-Rex. We've got this one. It's another noisy one. And we've got a few smaller ones. Oh, I've never had that one before, babe. That's exciting. I've never had that one. But he could be worth a bit. I've not seen him very often. A couple of little ones, a little Velociraptor. I don't think I've ever had that one either. That one. Another Velociraptor. A little thing. There's a few here that I don't recognise. That one. And is it a pterodactyl?
Yeah.
Or a pterodon, depending on which film it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 dinosaurs. Jesus!
It's like Jurassic Park in here.
18 dinosaurs for a tenner. I make that just over 50p each, which is an absolute bargain.
They need to shut up now. Oh my
Thank
word.
you. So I think that was a good deal. I'm seriously considering just saving those for a future Whatnot and moving them all in one go.
Husky says they love sellers like that, and they said, "Is there a one-eyed one?"
A one-eyed one, one-eyed Willie.
Phil says Belle's face with them dinosaurs. I'm surprised he didn't want to keep them all. So you're that tight. You had a 15-year-old girl from Real off with her drug money.
Her mother was there as well, and she was well happy with 10 quid, I tell you. She was like that.
She just didn't want to take the noisy dinosaurs home.
Well, probably was that, but I think the dinosaurs belonged to her son. So she was like, that tenner's going to little Johnny or whatever. And she was dead happy with that.
Husky says, do you think he saw us? Lisa said, maybe check if they're worth a bit and put the valuable ones on eBay.
Maybe, yeah, I might do that.
Dinosaurs will go well on Whatnot, says Alan. Belle looks so bored. Just when I get dumped with the dirty stuff that he's he's not even cleaned any of that up and then he's piling it on me.
Husty says, so hard to tell the fakes on AirPods. I know, tell me about it. I've had a pair of fakes on AirPods and they're so hard to tell. Even the sound quality is really good on some of the fakes. Yeah. Really good.
Jeff said £10 for all that. I'll alert the police. You clearly robbed the seller.
Wait, there was a Nike Air Jordan jacket. Oh, there was on my eBay, yeah.
Nothing Major said, if oil comes from dinosaurs and plastic comes from oil, then those dinosaurs are made from real dinosaurs. You can say that in the list.
That is true, yeah. True. Dave's now on... I'm watching in Facebook. I'm on my own over. Yeah, no one else is over. No one else is over there.
Jason Brooks has joined. Says, hello, I've just joined Wavy Wave.
Oh,
hello.
There you go. Who said that?
Jason Brooks.
Welcome, Jason.
Definitely a nice profit in that bundle.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Sure.
Little Johnny is getting his first taste of MDMA this weekend.
Drinking Dive says, little Johnny, did you buy the dinosaurs from Walton family?
Possibly. Right, what's next on your list?
We've done big eBay news. Have we done sale of the week?
Yeah.
We've done sale of the week. We've done pickup of the week. We haven't done comment of the week. So that's next.
to comment of the week.
It's not a show unless he's cut me off at least once.
I've had another offer, guys, before we do comment of the week. Oh, I've seen the offer. It's too late. Bollocks. I can't play the game, and I would have won it as well. Somebody sent me an offer of £25 on a £30 fat face jacket. If that's someone that's watching, it's yours. Deal.
Husky says, I got a haul of Clarecraft pottery stuff last week. Dinosaur hatchling eggs, over 100 of them.
Ooh.
Some other figures. Even if I sell the eggs for £5 each, I'm well in, paid 60 for all of them.
Yeah, 100 there. Wow, that's great. Well done.
George's Treasure said, what's your video title? Watch When I Rob a Child. Oh, but you know what? You've not even done the main subject. And
What?
It's 1:30.
Oh, yeah.
You've not even done the subject. Oh, my God.
Well, that's your fault for going on with yourself.
Is it my fault?
Right, let's do the main subject.
No, you're doing comment of the week.
It's comment of the week. It's gone to rat shit.
Sorry, folks. It's a 10 o'clock finish tonight.
You said that you wanted to stay up late, babe.
No, I didn't.
Right. Comment of the week is a feedback on eBay. Now, let's put this into context. It's this one right in the middle here. It's this one right in the middle. I sold a bundle of games, Xbox games. Dead Rising, Red Dead Undead, Resident Evil 5, and 2 other zombie games. Some of these were, bearing in mind, some of these were 18 rated games, I think. And look at the comment. I got a positive saying the kids are freaking out. They jump up and down around the box. They are completely happy. And this person's bought 5. And some of these are probably like Peggy 18 or whatever you call it. I just thought it was funny that she bought her kids those and she said they're jumping up and down around the box. I think they went to Germany or something as well. So they did go around Europe. But there you go. That was my comment of the week. I just thought it was amusing that people don't care about the certificates on these things.
Andrew said the scripting of the show needs some work.
Right. Now, let's do the main topic. And we can't spend too long on it. But
5 minutes.
At least 5 minutes. Right. The main topic was, have you ever thought about quitting reselling?
Yes. Let's go. Done.
I reckon most of us have thought about it at some point. Like, we have down days, we have up days. I certainly have. I'm not at the moment, but sometimes I do think about quitting. But it doesn't normally go that far, you know, apart from when I'm looking at jobs driving trains.
Or having dreams that the cops have asked you to come back with a golden handshake for 3 times the amount of money.
Now, people never want to hear about dreams because it's the dullest conversation that you've ever had. But I did have a dream the other night that I was being asked by the police to come back for, I would get a golden handshake if I came back of 50 months. So don't ask me why 50 months. 50 months pay. So that's like 4.5 years pay.
And your pension.
And my pension
Back
be
paid.
reinstated if I came back. And it was weird.
I actually said to him, would you consider it? And he was like,
I'd probably consider it. Because that's a lot of money. I'd come back for a year, take that money, and then quit again. Anyway, have you ever thought of quitting? If so, why? I tell you what made me think of this. I get quite a few like messages, like private messages to me, mainly because I'm on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. I get quite a few people asking me questions, sending me comments, questions, help, advice and stuff like that. And I always try and reply to everybody. And the 2 things that I reckon I get most of in like messages wise is, firstly, how do I become a reseller? How do I start reselling? And the other one is, how do I should I quit reselling? Honest to God, they're the 2 things that I get asked most. Like,
how can you tell someone whether they need to quit
I
or
can't.
not?
That's what I said. I can't tell you what you've got to do. You know, people. I'm not saying they come in that kind of question, like, should I quit? It's normally like, I'm having a really bad time. you know, I'm thinking about quitting. What shall I do? Is there anything I can do to make things better and stuff like that? But I think it's such an up and down. We all know it is. It's an up and down existence as a reseller. You got to take the rough with the smooth, and you got to look at it over a longer period of time than a week or a month. You know, if over the course of a year it's not working for you, then maybe you do have to think about it. But
Well, ultimately, if it ain't paying your bills,
it's got to pay your bills.
it's got to pay your bills at the end of the day, hasn't it?
It's got to suit your lifestyle as well. It's got to suit, you know, your home life.
Well, Tam and Bell said never, ever, ever.
Oh, okay. A definite no from Tam and Bell.
Definitely no. Chris said same in any job, and it is. All jobs have ups and downs, don't they? Where people debate whether they want to be there or not. Andrea Kershaw says they're only just starting, so they're not quite ready for quitting yet.
Money Mental says when the sales are low and the returns are high, Money Mental UK says it's time to bite the bullet. Same in any job, Chris. Yeah, true.
His main topic is at least 30 minutes. We're condensing it to 5. Jeff says, I wish I knew how to quit you reselling broke Batmans.
I wish I knew how to quit.
How to quit you.
Reselling. Retro Electronic Tommy Lee says, I thought about it and did it. Yeah. There you go, different opinion.
Yeah.
I still sell a bit on the side, but enjoy being back in work and having my time off all to myself. That's a really, really fair comment. I would never, ever say that it's the wrong thing for someone to do because it's such a personal thing. It's only like changing your job, isn't it? I know it's changing your lifestyle a bit as well, but it's essentially you changing your job. And if your job's not suiting you, then change it. That's all you can do, isn't it? If you feel like it's not working, change it. Go and find another job.
A lot of people say they go into reselling because the pressures of their jobs or their working lives were too much, and they were working a lot of hours, they weren't getting the family time, and this suits them better. But I also feel that with reselling, you still get all that. You still get that pressure of the fact that if you're not getting your sales in, you ain't paying your bills. And that you can't have any bigger pressure than worrying whether you're going to have enough money coming in each week to cover what you need for your bills. Whereas if you have a wage coming in every week that's guaranteed, you don't have that one. You have
the pressure within the job.
Yeah, but
don't you?
At least you're guaranteed to get a wage at the end of every month, regardless of what you're doing.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, fair dues. Yeah.
I think that's why we sort of fit well at the moment, because I've got a steady income, and then Chris is obviously very variable, but at least we know I'm guaranteed to always have a wage coming in each month that is there if Chris needs.
I try. I don't know what everybody else does, and this kind of goes slightly off topic a bit, but Belle says she has a steady income and mine's variable, but actually we're both steady, and we have been steady since the start of when I went full time. Because what I try and do is I try and pay myself the exact same amount every single month, so that I have a steady income. And that is I normally pay myself less than what I've actually earned profit wise through my reselling and YouTube and stuff. I pay myself less. The rest stays in the business.
But that's what I'm saying. You've got to be at a place in your business where you can afford to do that.
Of course. But what I do is some people withdraw everything and then their income is variable because they might have earned a lot one month and not a lot the next, but they take everything out and spend it and use it on bills and stuff. But what I do is I find a set amount, and that's what I pay myself personally.
Which I'm pretty sure is double what I get paid.
No, it's not. No, I draw out probably roughly the same as you have. Yeah, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah. How much do you get paid?
I'm not saying how much I get paid.
Okay, I was willing to do it. I reckon we're about roughly the same on what we earn. But I've pretty much paid myself the same for the last. I probably upped it a bit about 3 years ago. During COVID, I was earning more because it was going crazy reselling. So I paid myself more and I kept it up. So Yeah, I consider myself to have a relatively steady income. I pay myself the same every month, and I think that really helps you like plan like what you can and can't afford. Like if I decide that 1 month I'm going to pay myself £4,000, and 1 month I can only pay myself £1,500 or £1,000. I find that very difficult to get my head around that, because I've always been in the mindset of working for a certain amount every month, and that's what I'm going to get. So that's the way I do it. But we've kind of gone off track a little bit.
Oliver says Chris wants to be a train driver. That's a true story. He definitely quit reselling to be a train driver.
George's Treasure Shed says, definitely something that's crossed my mind when things in life get hard and I think about what I can sacrifice to help deal with everything else, but then I see it as my way to escape and unwind.
Yeah. Dan says, I'm 50 next year. Yes, eBay is hard work, but the freedom of no boss, pay more and no community is worth it.
Poor pay and no community.
Poor pay and no community is worth it. Ian G's joined us. Hi. George's Treasure said, also as a part-timer, I have full control over how much time I commit to it. Not my fault. I'm a workaholic.
Husty said it's been the hardest ever lately. I think we've had a lot of obstacles this year. I think we've had quite a few kicks in the teeth as well by eBay that has made it harder for us, or made it feel like it's harder.
Solstead says feels like eBay are quitting on us at
Exactly
times.
what I just said. Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Paul says just too much rough over smooth for my likings lately. It's not what it was. Husky says Tamsin freshman technically. Just kidding, Tam. He's a freshman.
How do you get such a lovely tan, Chris?
Sits in the garden.
Going out.
He sits
going
in the
outside,
garden.
Steve. Have you ever heard of it? You can go outside for a nice walk, or you can go sit in the garden.
See what you buy says I could give up eBay, but would miss going to the boot sale, so would build up a massive deck pile with no way of getting rid of it.
I think that's what would happen with me if I went back to work.
Orders, wouldn't you?
I'd be like, oh, I'm going to go boot sale. I'll end up buying stuff that I've no intention of reselling, and you would be a hoarder. You would become almost Andrew Monumental.
Feely says I've doubted how to make it successful, but I doubled down on research and listing. Once Love says I'm on the verge of just letting eBay run down. Life has changed so much, and I don't see me catching a break anytime soon that will allow me to focus on eBay. Problem is, what else do I do?
Yeah, I understand that.
And that's why anybody gets stuck in a job, isn't it? It's that step and where to go and how to do it. I suppose it's no different coming out of being a reseller.
Richard Payne said, I genuinely haven't thought about quitting. Enjoy the freedom of reselling that reselling gives. Yes, can have the odd low week, but overall I earn more money over a year without the stress of 9 to 5. Yeah. The thing is, right, when I go through occasional like bouts of maybe I should just go get a job, right? It's normally a reactive thing to like a bad week or a bad month, right? And you do have to bring yourself back and say you can't react like that. But it's only human to do so. But what I normally go back to is, right, what is my job? I find things to buy, and then I photograph them and I list them. I sit in this room here in my house where I've got the freedom to do what I like. I can go and sit in the garden. I can go and see what Belle's doing.
Scavenge in the kitchen.
Scavenge in the kitchen. I can put YouTube on. I can put a film on up here and watch that while I'm working. It's not, how hard is that?
No, I don't say that. I always say it's not rocket science. That's what it is. It is hard. It's long hours and it is hard, but it's not rocket science what you're doing.
No. But I think it's about motivation. I think that is the main word, right? Because if you got the motivation to get it done, to do your listing, to do the job that's the most boring bit, which is the listing, if you can motivate yourself to complete that task in a day, the rest follows. But
I need
easier said than done.
I need that management of I've got to do this because or else I'm in shit.
So what I was saying was that whenever I think about going back to a job, and I think, oh right, I'm going to have to get up every day at 7 o'clock, go out to work, commute, come home, and then start all over again the next day and do it all over again. And then I think, I could sit in my room here, watch YouTube, and list a few things, and earn the same amount or more. We have got unlimited earnings. Remember, if you want to work more, if you want to work all weekend and all evening, you've got unlimited earnings. You could do whatever you like. You can achieve whatever you like in this role, in this job. And that's what brings me back to saying, actually, no thanks. I don't want to go back to a job. I don't want to quit, because this actually isn't that hard. It's about the motivation to do it.
But you're talking like that as if you're talking about it as in you're going into a job that you're not going to enjoy doing.
Yeah.
I genuinely enjoy getting up every day and doing my job. I've got no aspirations to quit my job. I enjoy it. So, you know, it's no different. People do have jobs that they enjoy getting up to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like you don't get up every morning to do this job. You're saying, oh, I'd have to get up at 7 and blah, blah. You get up at 7 and do this job.
Yeah.
It's just a different routine to what you would do if you was in a normal job. Or like me, I do a normal job, but I still do the same as Chris. I get up and sit in my house.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky in that respect that you don't have to go out.
I am very lucky.
Shabba says, I'd love to do it full time, but there are some days I do hate it. Usually the bad comes in threes, always eBay for me.
Yeah. And Jeff says, pressure, what pressure? I don't sell anything, just don't eat that day.
Lee says, I also still go to boot sales and auctions and can just pick up the cream of the crop without worrying about finding enough. Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. And I think if I was to like go back to a normal job and like do this as a side hustle, I would definitely be of the mindset that I'm only picking up things that are really good, like really nice. I'm not wasting my time on £5-10 items if I'm a part-timer. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing for people that do that. But I think if it were me now, I would just focus as a part-timer, because there are part-timers in the chat. If it were me, I would kind of focus on the higher end stuff, the stuff that is worth my time. But like George's Treasure Shed is absolutely smashing it. He's got some amazing numbers, and he picks up all kinds of stuff, but he must work really hard to get those numbers.
He clearly said he's a workaholic.
Yeah, he must work so hard to get those numbers because he's got his day job and then he comes back. Money Mental is the same. He's got better numbers than me. He's a part-timer and his eBay is doing bigger numbers than me as a full-timer. That's how hard he's working. But that's with picking up all kinds of valued stuff. So maybe my theory of picking up the cream and maybe Lee's theory of picking up the cream is flawed. I get it, though, that if you want to do your job and just do a little side hustle, then that's worth just picking up the cream. But if you want to like earn shitloads and work your ass off, like Andrew and George do, obviously.
What I hear here is you're basically addicted to reselling. And if you had a full-time job, you would have to still feed your addiction in some way.
Yeah, but I did a full-time job before and did it as a side hustle. And it was great. It's great as a side hustle. It's a perfect side hustle, I think. Other than getting a job that like doesn't require you to like hoard stuff and send it out in your house. If you can find something else to do as a side hustle, but this is a great side hustle. Yeah. Finding shit for £1 and selling it for 20 is a great side hustle.
Let's get through some of these comments. Alan says, I still have a night job and reinvest 70% of my reselling income to try to grow. I'm hoping to just do reselling, but like the regular income from my job, scary thinking of life without it. Husky says it's easy to forget over the years why you started in the first place.
Yeah, is it? Sometimes you do have to go back to why did you start this? Totally, yeah.
Clementine says, are you limited company?
No, I came very close to doing it, Clementine. Before this financial year started, I was considering it seriously. I took some advice. I decided not to do it in the end. I'm happy at the moment with what I'm doing.
Andrew says, I want to pay myself $4,000 a month before I quit work so I can live like a king.
Nice.
Retro said, the best thing is not having a house full of tat, literally cleared out a double bedroom and now using it as a bedroom.
Oh, you've actually got a bedroom.
I'll give it to Chris. He has cleared our spare room. My mother actually stayed in there over the weekend. He's worked really hard and he's cleared that room. Unless he's put it back in there, because I've not been in there today.
No, not touched it.
There you go.
It's all in here, and there's not a lot in here. Yeah, I've been working hard to clear my backlog. I've not been buying as much in as I normally do. What I've been trying to do is catch up. I've been focusing on my numbers on my QuickBooks account and I want my profit to be closer to my expenses. I want it to be almost 50-50. And that's what I'm aiming for. And to do that, I need to clear some of my backlog before I keep buying stuff.
Life in the First Line said, seems the more I get paid, the less money I have. Full-time work, as my hours are great and I get the weekends off. Husky, no, they're replying to Alan. Oliver Green says, you deserve a pay, right, Chris? Shabbos said, the sound is cracking again.
What is happening with it? Yeah, I never had a problem with the mic. Is everything all right now? Hang on.
Jeff said, Tracy had 10 items ready to put on eBay. Items already listed. Well done, Tracy.
Well done.
Dan says, I think eBay is a numbers game. If I have a bad week, I list even more items to improve my chances. And that's good because, yeah, that can go one way or the other. You can have a bad week and just think, you know what, I can't be bothered. But you're obviously not. You know, you're seeing a bad week and going, do you know what, I need to push this. I need to push it harder and I need to make those numbers better. So, yeah, that's good. Oliver Green says, no, I spend 12 hours a day in a very large tin shed. Joys of full-time work, Chris. Lana says, I think you've got a ghost interfering with the microphone.
I won't mind. It's a bloody good mic. It's me Yeti bleeding mic. I wonder what's going on with that.
Limelight said, the good thing about reselling is that you can quit and restart at a later
True.
date.
That is
It's
true.
the most flexible job ever.
You can stop start, especially if you're part-time. You can stop start at will.
Yeah. Phil says, we just had 3 sales from a nice Welsh buyer.
Very nice.
Lisa says, I have been able to do what I want in my old job. I like being able to do what I want. We were timed with everything in my old job. Bell sounds very crackly.
Tam, we need to get to the bottom of this, babe.
Yeah, I know.
Tam and Bell says, I love the flexibility, and after working a dead-end job on a minimum wage, it's like a night and day now. Much stronger relationship with the boys. That's good. Yeah, bonuses there.
Husky says, I got too many outside eBay real-life problems that keep holding me up. It's really hard and quite intense what is going on. It can be so hard just to get up and do it every day.
You know what, guys? We've had issues today with our internet. It's gone off twice, and I had to reset it before we came on the stream. I'm wondering if the internet's playing up and it's not the microphone. I don't know.
We had issues earlier on today because I was struggling.
It went off earlier today. Retro says, I'm 50 now, don't need to earn loads or work myself into the grave. Very good point, that. Very good. Let's have a look, see what else we got. Once loved, if you put the time and effort in, it will pay off in the long run. I'm the type who will always give more than I have to, but I'm constantly having to put my business on the back burner. But it's understandable when life happens and shit happens.
Yeah.
You do have to prioritize, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Because no matter what you're in, whether you're in a regular job or reselling, there are things that are just more important than work,
absolutely.
Full stop.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The downside, there you go. One of the downsides to reselling is you can't just have time off and you've got no income coming in, have you?
Got to manage.
That is the hard
You've got
bit.
to manage it in some way. George says, I do the listings on my lunch break, have a couple of hours of eBay before I start working again in the evening after my boys are asleep. Definitely full on, important to take breaks. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot to do. Let me try and get through these comments. Thank you, everybody. Bottom. We're nearly there.
Is that a new picture above Belle's head? Looks like a golfer. Oh no, it's Walking Dead.
It's a Walking Dead, that one. Walking Dead. It's always been there, that.
The sound's gone better. So far behind the chat that it sorted itself out earlier, Chris.
Nearly there. George says, just had a promotion and a pay rise with my job, so more responsibilities, hoping not too much pressure to affect eBay. After my wife's maternity finishes, she'll be taking over eBay jobs to help. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that is good.
Could be the heat.
Well, I said that before. It's very warm in it. I don't know if it is or not. But...
Phil says it's not the mic. It does sound like a connection issue. A stream stutters a bit occasionally.
Yeah, I reckon it is the connection.
Tam and Bell said time away is a good thing on eBay. You can still take small breaks, Bell. Yeah, It is, but it just, you know, it's not the same sort of like if you are working and you can go off and have paid holiday leave, or you're guaranteed. I know not all jobs, but you know, like something like my job, I'm guaranteed sick pay. Like full pay sick pay.
You can have the week off and not worry about it.
You do have that, but like you said, it's a small thing in comparison to what you're gaining, I guess.
Monkey Thrifter, last comment before we do this is heavy, which we haven't even done that yet.
I think we're skipping that one and going to the duck race.
Have to do it because Jeff's already reminded us. 18 months till I can retire, but I know we'll be fed up, but might have some more holidays. Right, let's do This Is Heavy, guys, and then we'll crack on with the duck race. Here we go.
Great Scott. I know, this is heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy.
I was just writing the number down. Yeah? Okay, this is heavy. Now, remember the bag of dinosaurs? Remember the bag of dinosaurs?
How can I forget?
I want to know how much this weighs in grams, please. So, put in the chat how much you think the bag of 18 dinosaurs weighs in grams. Anyone can take part. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. We will send a prize to the winner. If you go over the amount, you go bust. You've got to be under or on it. The nearest wins who puts it in first. Put in your guesses. I want to know how much this big bag of dinosaurs weighs in grams. Do it now. I'm going to do a countdown in a second. And then... And just as a reminder, our duck race prize tonight is this little selection of posh teas. That's from M&S, and that's Twinnings. That's from our neighbours across the way, the Yeomans family. Also, we are putting in a special, can you see that? Cookie and the Haydens wooden coaster with our logo on it, which has been made by George's Treasure Shed. George makes these merch wooden items. If you ever need anything off him, you can go to him. That will go to the winner as well. A special, I've only got 15 of these, and it's got like feet on the back as well, which, sorry you can't see. It's got feet on the back, so it sits nicely on your desk. So a perfect break for when you're working too hard. Just get a brew. No coffee, just tea. If you're only a coffee drinker, tough shit. Let's do a countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to write end in the chat. No more guesses after the word end. The winner gets a prize from us in the post. Here we go. Have we got a winner?
We have.
Oh.
So I only wrote one person down because they were the closest.
Oh, right.
So the answer was 3,550.
Oh.
And the closest was 3,500, and it was the Monkey Thrifter.
Monkey did very well there. Well done,
Yeah.
Peter. You were close. 3-5.
3-5.
Few people came close, but went over.
50 away you were.
Monkey Thrifter. Send me a message, Peter. I can't find him.
He's there somewhere. He's right near the beginning.
Oh, is he?
There he is.
Monkey Thrifter, you are the winner. 3,500 grams. You were the closest. Send me a message. I've got your address, but remind me that you won the prize. It needs to be there in my inbox. Otherwise, I will forget. So well done to Peter. You have got the not the tea and stuff. That's the duck race prize. But you do have a prize coming in the post to you. So well done. Let me make a note so that I know that Peter won this one. Give me a pen. This is heavy. Peter Monkey. I think you should change your surname to Peter Monkey. And just before we move on to the duck race, I'm going to say thank you very, very much to all
yeah, Monkey Thrifter won the duck race last week.
I'm just in mid-flow there. You're interrupting me.
Oh, makes a change.
Bloody hell. Big thank you to all our VIP members. A couple of new ones this week as well. New in is Flipper Lee and Resell Anything. Welcome to the gang. But a big thank you also to Lynn, Liam Richards, The Swimming Bear, Dizzy J, Shabba, Resell Oasis, Tap Peddler, Queenie Conquest, Amma Resell It, Steve-O, Hillary Rhodes, Secret Carper, Tam Bell, Phil Higginson, Rachel Nash, Chris Smith, GT Prelove, Paul Daubney, Glamour's Closet, Sam, Matt Sell Stuff, Mick Page, Drink and Dive, The Monkey Thrifter, Retro Electronic, The Dave, Soul Steps, Santa, Andrew Milburn, SB Reselling, Emsden UK, Andy Incognito, Craig Woods, Cy, Keith Pitco, Yorkshire Mix, George's Treasure Shed, Once Loved, Tango 2 Pints, Tommy Trades, James D, and Shaz the Flipping Northerner. Thank you all so much for supporting us with our VIP membership. And if anyone else is interested in joining our little gang, that's all your benefits. And it does include entry into our little Discord that we have, where we all help each other with anything that we need reselling. We share stuff, we share finds, we share pickups, we share anything. And it's a closed private group, so you can literally discuss anything and you don't need to worry about it being in a public domain. So feel free to join us. Thank you, everybody.
Right, duck race.
Whew. Have we cleared everything?
Yeah. And if we haven't, it's tough.
Okay, let's get ready for the duck race. Afterwards, we'll talk about what's coming up on the channel.
I'm getting these timings better for next week.
Well, we just got carried away tonight, and it was mostly your fault because you just kept rabbiting and rabbiting on. You just kept like this. You know what she's like. She doesn't stop when she gets started. Stop it, babe. Jesus.
Just get on with it.
I'm
so warm. I'm
It's
literally
warm,
like
yeah. It is warm.
overheating. Even Cookie's like, are we done yet? I know, baby. You know me out having a wee now, aren't you?
That's quite a VIP list. Recommend recording the thank you. The problem is, it changes week on week, so I have to keep messing about with it. So now I just read it out because next week it'll probably be different, and the week after that will be different
And
again.
it's more personal.
And it's more personal.
We like to keep our channel personal.
Keep the personal touch.
Duck race.
Duck race. Okay.
Go, 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 go.
Let me just make sure we've got all our ducks in that should be in.
We got all our ducks in a row.
Yeah.
It is humid tonight. And it's always worse in Chris's room because the sun goes down at the front. So he gets the last of the sun in the evening. It's like a bloody hot box in here.
It is warm in here. Let me just get this ready.
Get Belle to read it. I can't see it. It's that small.
Yeah, it's too small for her to see.
I'm blind as a bat, me, even with my glasses.
We've got 56 ducks in tonight's race. In with a chance of winning the tea and the Cookie and the Haydens merch. Let's share the screen. Duck race. Are you ready, babe?
I did it last week.
Oh,
Your
babe.
turn. Your turn.
Don't be mean.
We can do rock, paper, scissors if you want.
Shall we?
You won last week.
Okay. Just give me a minute. We'll do rock, paper, scissors again. I'm on a winning streak.
I am knackered.
Are you ready for it?
What is that? That's not even anything. No, it's not.
It is.
Again. Oh.
Scissors again. I can't do scissors. How do I do it? Ah. Do it. Right, you ready?
Rock, beat, scissors. Now get on with it.
Oh dear. Okay. Right. Are we ready? I'm
Yeah.
going to risk moving
Go.
the microphone. Oh, balls. Are we ready? Everybody hear me? Everybody hear me okay? Give me an okay that the sound is good and not all crackly.
It's all perfect. Get on with it.
No, shush. Okay, right, let's go. Here we go. Let's shuffle them once. We are on the 125th duck race. We've got 56 ducks all in a row ready to go. And they are off. Here we go. It's a big race, this one. There's a few naked ducks at the front with Ali. Is it Ali Evans or Thomas Evans? It's Karen Evans. Retro Hawk is up front as well. Limelight Vinci, see what you're buying. Sheriff Roscoe all close to the front. Richard Payne in that lovely little pink duck. Titch as a panda. Limelight Vinci with the Santa hat on. Dan is in the pink stripy duck outfit. And it's all very close. Watkinson's the punk duck today. Let's look towards the back of the pack. Retro Hawk, Resell Anything, Thomas Evans, Chris Tyler, all sort of in the middle of the pack. Everything changes so fast in the race. Who knows how it's going to end? Helen and Phil Higginson are up front. We've got quite a few nakeds towards the front today. I wonder if it will be a naked duck. Jamie D, Ellen Tonks, Sarah Ellen Tonks leading at the moment with Karen Evans fairly close behind. At the back of the pack, coming up the rear, AMPR with Richard Payne, Dizzy J at the back. Dorothy Watkinson's lost it. She's literally died a death there and is out of the race, I'm going to say. Out of the race. Lin coming up at the top. Paul Aran, Once Loved Treasures. And Deborah Sardine swimming towards the front. Resell Anything. Alex. We got Jamie D at the front. LL Cool J is there as the statue of Duckety. It's 10 seconds to go. Jeff and LL Cool J with 10 seconds to go. It's a 2-duck race. Who's going to win it? It could be anybody. It's neither of those. It's going to be Carol McDonald. It was close at the end. Carol McDonald wins. I'm sure Carol won a couple of weeks ago. Well done to Carol. You've won the duck race. You have won the tea and the Cookie and Hayden's merch. And Carol McDonald is the winner. The statue of Duckety.
It's his first time watching the duck race. So good.
Oh, you don't know what you've been missing.
You don't know what you've been missing. It's the highlight of the show, apparently.
Yeah, it's all people are here for. Look, you watch. The duck race ends. We'll be down to about 20 people watching. Let's go back. Turn the music off. Well done, Carol McDonald. You need to send me a message. We'll get that in the post as soon as possible.
Turn that duck off.
Well done, everybody. Well done. Let me write.
Been on that long. My iPad's died.
Let me write Carol's name down just so it reminds me. Send me a message, Carol, please, if you
Carol
can.
joins the Elite 4-time championship.
Oh!
4 times.
Is there anybody watching who almost enters every single week but has yet to win?
Turn the duck off.
Oh, shut up. Is there anybody who enters pretty much every week for months and months and months but has never won it? Let me know. Right, coming up on the channel this week, I don't think we're going to have a whatnot, although I've got all those.
Andrew, resell.
Yeah,
thing.
but Andrew doesn't enter every week. I'm talking about
Limelight
regular entries every week.
Limelight Vinci, Ian G, Lincoln Seller. There's a few people. Huskies, Scousdown.
Yeah, there's a few. Husty's never won. Husty's in all the time. Lindley.
Rose.
Paul and Marie have won, haven't they? They won a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure they did. They're very quiet tonight, aren't they? Where is Paul and Marie?
They are.
They're there. They're there. Well done, Carol. Yeah,
Richard still never won.
Richard Payne hasn't won yet.
It's crazy, isn't it? And then we've got people that have won like 4 times.
Husty's won This Is Heavy twice. Okay, coming up on the channel. I don't think I'm going to do a whatnot this week, although I do have some stock coming in tomorrow. Along with the dinosaurs, could be enough for me to do a show. So watch this space. I'll probably say no, and I might move it to next week just to make sure I've got enough stock to do it. Podcast, there'll be a podcast this week. Look out for that. I'm not sure what it is yet. There will be, at the weekend, there's going to be 2 videos from me out at the exact same time, a part 1 and a part 2. You've been asking for picking orders videos. You've been asking for packing videos. I've done it today. So you will get part 1 and part 2 out at the weekend on Saturday at exactly the same time. So you can watch them consecutively. Too long to keep them in one video. It'd be like freaking hours long. So yeah, that will be out at the weekend. And that's pretty much it. Cookie and Hayden's hotline is coming soon. As I mentioned it earlier, it's a little thing I'm adding to the channel, just a bit of fun. If anyone wants to sort of use the hotline or take part. That's all I'm saying right now. It was going to start tonight, but the item I bought is going to have to be returned because it doesn't work. So typical. Bought from eBay. It doesn't work. It's got to go back. So we're going to have to delay the launch, which is really annoying. And that's it. I'm knackered, babe. I'm 2 hours, 5 minutes. Look at her. She's like a zombie right now.
I was like a zombie before we started.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Really, really do appreciate it. Oh, yeah, Paul and Marie did win on the 4th of March. If you have VIP membership, you can watch Chris's videos early. That's a good point, Phil. Yeah, you can.
Jeff says the 4-time champions are Kathy, Mike and Francis, the Monkey Thrifter, and Carol McDonald.
Thank you, Jeff.
So
Thank
ask
you for
them
the
what their techniques are.
Yeah.
And why they keep winning.
I reckon it's down to the training of the ducks.
Yeah.
Chris and his hotline. Yeah.
Bath time.
Thank you, Emsden. Appreciate it. Money Mental is off for a bath, everybody. But keep that in your mind. That is ingrained on your brain forever.
Oh.
I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I hope you found it interesting, fun, entertaining, or if it's none of the above, then maybe we'll never see you again.
Yeah, we won't see you back next week, then will we?
Have we got a bell end?
No.
What?
I didn't do
Babe,
that.
you had one job.
I know.
One job.
I didn't do it. I'm sorry.
Well, just make something up to do with like quitting.
To do with quitting?
Yeah, just make something up on the spot.
I can't remember what I was going to say when I was going to say it. How can I make something up?
Just think of something like a pearl of wisdom. This is Bell's Pearls of Wisdom. Go.
Bell's Pearls of Wisdom are just rattling around in her head. I can't think of anything to say. Whatever you do, don't quit. Have a great week. Bye.
Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want to catch up on another one of my videos, you can try one like this or one like this. They're both good ones. Give it a go, or you can subscribe by pressing this button here. There you go. See you later.